Guys, new this summer on TNT, and as you and Reggie say to all of us, like us on Facebook. Looked like that was a pretty hard foul because Kobe has drawn blood.
Well, I was wondering which team was going to draw first blood. Is that too easy?
Yeah, way too easy.
Way too easy. Okay.
And Kobe over to the bench. The athletic trainer from the Portland Trail Blazers, Jake Jensen, checking him out.
Well, this is arguably the two best shooting guards in the league. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. A lot of times they had to match up against one another on Team USA during scrimmages and so forth as they were going for the gold in China, and probably will be doing the same this summer in London.
Did you hear about the exchange between Kobe and Ricky Rubio the other day in Minneapolis? Yes. Rubio talking a little trash, saying we're going to win the gold. Speaking of his native country, Spain, and it's going to be interesting. That'll be fun to watch this summer.
Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, in that first half, we saw Dwight Howard sitting next to Orlando owner Rich DeVos. I talked to the owner, and he said he's had discussions this weekend with general manager Otis Smith regarding the future of Howard, and he says if he's a betting man, he says that he will stay in Orlando. That is a sentiment I confirmed moments ago with Howard's mother, Cheryl, who says it is her desire, and she also has told Howard that this is the best place for him. Let's go over to David.
There's going to be short minutes the second half for Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. But an interesting thing about Nash, you may have heard this week that he said he wouldn't mind being traded if it was in the Suns' best interest to do so. I was told before the game that the Suns' position has not changed. They want to keep Steve Nash for the rest of his career. It will be up to Nash and his camp to request a trade. And as he'll be flying back to Phoenix with Robert Sarver, the owner of the Suns, maybe they can have a discussion about it, Marv.
Well, the rumors always continue to fly around All-Star time, and lots of speculation. March 15th, the trade deadline. Pretty move by Chris Paul. Meanwhile, off those free throws by a bloodied Kobe Bryant after the foul by Dwayne Wade, he is now tied with Michael Jordan for most points in All-Star history. And the next one will put him on top. The East in the midst of a 10-2 run. Derrick Rose catching fire in this third quarter.
He'll become unguardable if he can knock down that shot on a consistent basis.
I want to go back to that comment from Craig Sager. I mean, that's really interesting if Dwight Howard's mother is telling him that she thinks he should stay. And the fact that Rich DeVos believes he will, maybe they're tipping their hand. Maybe they won't trade him. Maybe they'll take the risk and let him become a free agent and try to talk him into staying.
Foul is on James, putting Durant at the line. Meanwhile, Derrick Rose, 10 of his 12 points in this third quarter. Dwight Howard, the first overall pick in the 2004 draft. This is 6th All-Star appearance. Defensive Player of the Year the last 3 seasons. All defensive first team for 3 straight years. Averaging 20 and 15, leads the NBA in rebounds.
If you keep them and then end up losing them this summer, you got $35 million in savings that you can go out and start to rebuild your team. So I think that's somewhat of a plus of what Otis Smith is thinking. But guys, he's talked so much this year about wanting to be traded from this organization, and he gave him a list of teams. New Jersey, the Lakers, obviously.
He may get some cap room if he walks away, but if you get no assets at all, then I think you're in a big hole if you're Orlando. But that's the risk that they have to take.
Foul on Griffin. Howard only a 49% free throw shooter at the line. Well, you can watch live NBA games wherever you are with NBA League Pass. Don't miss the free preview available from now through March the 4th. Go to NBA.com/League Pass to learn more.
Wasn't it just about a year ago when Carmelo Anthony somewhat did the same thing right after the All-Star break, was traded to the New York Knicks?
I think the difference was that Carmelo and the Knicks were always a match. You knew they had all those young assets with Chandler and Gallinari, and it just seemed like it was inevitable, and it was, obviously, but with Dwight Howard, there doesn't seem to be a team that just has all the assets that they need.
James with Gasol back. Oh, Gasol just steps away.
Smart decision.
Yes. Wow.
And now the East is back in it, only down by 9. A lot of time left on the clock.
26 for LeBron, 13 of the 26 here in the third quarter. Durant, I guess there was a pass picked off by Anthony. Here comes LeBron. Whips it over to Wade. The West lead is down to 7. They've led by as many as 21. They have led all the way. 18-6 run for the East. Shot clock to 3. Durant eluding James and hits.
Wow, that is so nice.
Whoa. Pass is thrown away and the ball back to the West. But first, a timeout. Kevin Durant now has 29 points, just under 6 remaining in this third quarter. LeBron James and Derrick Rose have sparked the East. 104-95. The West lead down to 9.
I'm not the strongest. I know I'm not the fastest. I know I'm not the most athletic, but if I tell myself I am, it's easy for me to go out there and perform. That's how you win from within.
The guys in the NBA are so involved in communities that we play in because we understand that if it wasn't for others helping us get to where we are today, we wouldn't be successful.
We try to be as hands-on as possible. Just showing the kids in a community that you care.
To see kids' smiles and to see them have that unforgettable moment.
Kids look up to that, and that's how it's supposed to be.
It means a lot to know that you can help somebody.
I want to continue to just, try to get back and try to be the best person I can be.
Just under 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Kevin Durant is the high point man with 29. He's at 11 of 18 from the field. Last year's All-Star game put up 34 points. Just a week ago against Denver had that 51-point game. His only 50-plus game of his NBA career. Durant hits again.
I think the East actually came out in a zone on that possession, and it didn't take the West team very long with Chris Paul finding Durant wide open in the corner. Changing defenses in an All-Star game. Wow.
Wade again with the left hand. You saw that earlier. Wayne Wade at 9 of 11 shooting. 18 points, 8 assists.
Kobe Bryant as well as Dwayne Wade. Real good shooting guards that are able to use both hands in traffic.
Paul sets it up again for Griffin. Griffin is 8 of 9. 17 points, and 7 of those 8 shots were dunks. 1 was a jumper. Here's Bryant, and he passes by Michael Jordan as the all-time scorer in All-Star play.
It's quite a record. 14 consecutive All-Star appearances for Kobe. And you know he loves these games. I mean, he really relishes coming out here and performing.
Chris Bosh, who just checked in. Here's Rose, straight down the lane.
It'll be interesting because Kevin Durant might be that one guy that might be able to catch him the way he's scoring in some of these All-Star games, and he's going to be on the team for years to come. He stays healthy.
Durant, the 2-time NBA scoring champion, already in his 5th season after 1 year at Texas. They double up on Bryant, and he draws the foul. He's hacked.
Well, this is what we talked about. Kobe Bryant finishing with the easy dunk, passing Michael Jordan.
The easy dunk.
Was that not an easy dunk? Well, for him.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to set the standard. Most career points, All-Star history. Kobe now 265. Passing by Michael Jordan. You see numbers 3 and 4, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson.
I think there gets a point in a lot of these perennial all-star player's career where they sort of say, all right, I've had enough of really performing in the all-star game. Maybe they want the rest. Maybe they just kind of defer to other people. But Michael loved it. Kobe loves it. You can tell LeBron loves it, too. I mean, he competes during these games. He's another guy who could someday break that record.
And Bosch lost it.
Just looking at those pictures, that's almost Mount Rushmore of basketball.
Yeah, really.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson, obviously Michael Jordan. It's a pretty good list to be on, Kobe, to be on top of that.
Kobe 7 of 12 shooting for 22 points. Kevin Durant at 32 for the night. And Nowitzki able to hit a three. Dirk Nowitzki with his first field goal. He's played only 7 minutes. He came on early for Andrew Bynum. And this is his first appearance since then. Bosch way off of that three-pointer, and here is Howard with the lay-in. White now 7 points along with 7 rebounds. The West 116 and the East 103 as we approach 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Durant played by Howard, rebounded by James. Rajon Rondo, who just came on, thought he had Howard to his right. 4-on-1, and Bryant able to lay it home.
I don't think Thibodeau was kidding when he said he was going to play all the Miami guys 40 minutes. They're still out here.
LeBron James off the lead with the reverse slam.
Last time I will say it, all the greats at some point in time have participated in the slam dunk competition.
You're making your appeal to LeBron.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
All the all-time greats have done it in one time.
As for LeBron, 28 points, 15 have come here in the third quarter. We'll take a break with 2:39 left in the third. Back in Orlando with the West over the East, 118-105. The 1992 USA Olympic basketball team will forever be remembered as the greatest collection of players ever assembled. The Dream Team led by head coach Chuck Taylor, Hall of Famers Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird and Charles Barkley easily won the gold medal, outscoring their opponents by 44 points. Again, this after losing in 1988 using college players. And earlier this evening, the crowd here showing their appreciation for the team during our commercial break. 5 members of the 92 Dream Team on hand: Magic Johnson and Clyde Drexler and David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, Chris Mullin.
We got a 6th member up in our studio, in our booth tonight, Charles.
Right.
That was something to watch.
And what was amazing to me in seeing it all happen back in 92 is Nowitzki again shoots for 3, and this time way off. The U.S. team would clobber the opposition, and then afterwards, and after sometimes angry words were exchanged, Bosch comes up short, kept alive. It's tipped home by Hibbert. Will it count? Yes, and a foul. After the exchange of trash talk on the court, despite the fact that the opposing countries were beaten pretty badly, they would ask to pose for pictures with their arms around the U.S. players.
Wouldn't you? Out of those 12 members, I think 11 of them are already in the Basketball Hall of Fame. I don't think Christian Laettner is yet, but you think about his college career, he very well could be on his way to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
And that was really before the influx of foreign players arrived in the NBA. In fact, I think that whole Olympic experience helped facilitate the globalization of the game. But back then, I mean, the NBA players were godlike to European players.
In fact, the big international player was Tony Kukoc. And remember Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen saying, we're going to shut him down, and actually went out there and he had 4 points during that game.
They did in that second game against Croatia. Westbrook came up short. Nowitzki came up short. Love on the rebound. And on a switch by Hibbert of the Indiana Pacers. Durant, it's a foul. Rejected by Iguodala. Nowitzki.
Foul, Steve.
He grabbed him by the arm.
What are you talking about? This is the All-Star game. They don't have fouls.
A couple of hard fouls earlier, particularly the Wade on Bryant.
No blood. That's why.
Iguodala, who played very well in the second quarter, cuts the